Hey guys, what's up? It's me, E, with another Clash Royale video, and today we're going to take a look at this deck I've been having a fair amount of success with in challenges. We went 10-1 with this current deck, and let's take a look at the deck and see how it plays. So we're running Giant, Musketeer, Inferno Tower, Poison. Those four are awesome in this meta right now. The Giant just pushes really, really hard. And then we've got this bottom row, which is kind of different, specifically the Baby Dragon. You don't see a lot of Baby Dragons these days, but Baby Dragon is super tanky. We've also got a Miner in there, so if you don't have a Miner, I don't really have a good suggestion for you, but the Skarmy and the Zap. So that's the deck. It's a lot of fun. Let me go ahead and show you how it's played. So in this first matchup against Bay from Deviant Minds, we have an okay starting hand. Really, we want the Giant to lead off with. You don't want to waste Elixir, right? And that's the problem. I waited and waited and waited, and so I'm a little sorry about that, but he's going to throw archers in the back, a nice cheap troop. We're going to throw down our Musketeer. As soon as I see that Tombstone, I'm thinking Lava Hound. It almost never fails. You're thinking Lava Hound, and sure enough, there it is. So he drops his Lava Hound. I'm just going to push. I've already committed with the Baby Dragon and with the Musketeer. Let's get the Giant in there. He's going to drop a Mega Minion to try to stop our push, but fortunately with the Baby Dragon as well, the Musketeer's going to stay alive and just get in a couple shots. We're going to throw our Miner up there. We are just not waiting. Fortunately, his Miner's going to turn and go and beat on our Giant rather than run down to help out initially, giving us time to throw down a Musketeer. He's going to throw a Clone Spell, which is kind of cool. Haven't seen one of those in a while. He's going to get off a fair number of pups, but it's just not going to be enough. He's already lost the first tower of the game, with basically 2 minutes left to play. And so now the game is really ours to lose. So we're just going to go ahead and pressure him. We're going to push for that 3 crown. We know he's saving up for his Lava Hound, and there it is. We're going to go. I don't know why I split here. I really shouldn't have thrown the Miner onto the right-hand tower. I should have just gone straight for the 3 crown. But that was a mistake on my part. Inferno Tower goes down late. Too late, which means his Miner's just gonna go crazy on my tower. The pups are going crazy. I hit him with a well played. Honestly, that was really just sloppy play on my part. I got his King Tower. You can see it's down to 2320. It would probably be dead, or down to just a few hundred if I had just gone for the 3 crown and fully committed. So Tombstone, we're going to poison this. We're going to catch 3 buildings and archers. That's a value-added poison. Fortunately, because we do have the Musketeer and the Baby Dragon, they're really good counters even to all this nonsense that he's going to be bringing. So he's got a Lava Hound and a Mega Minion that he's going to Clone Spell, but the Baby Dragon's just going to wipe that up, which is great. Then our Musketeer, I'm not sure. Did you see that? He switched. The Musketeer went from the Lava Hound to his Miner, back to the Lava Hound. Not really sure what was going on there. We're just going to build up a little bit of a push here. Go ahead and get that Miner up on the tower, just since it had less damage. Get 2 Baby Dragons in there. Throw up we've got a look at our Musketeer just shooting away at that King Tower. Nobody's paying any attention to it. Finally, the Tombstone Skellies come over, but at this point, a Zap is going to... guess who didn't see that the King Tower was at 60? I was so concerned about his push that I didn't even realize he was at 60 and 413. So we're going to go ahead and get our Miner up there, 1 swing, and that's going to wrap that up. So guys, it's very easy to get tunnel vision in this game. Where you're focused, hyper focused on something, and that's okay if you're sending troops off somewhere, but you need to be ready to look back and see what actually happened. So in this next match, we're going to be going up against Smoke Showing. Not a terrific starting hand. We do have the Musketeer, and she's not awful to start with. I see archers again. Okay, great. Musketeer's going to go down on the right-hand side in the back. And there's the bowler. Now, the bowler is, when you see the bowler, you should immediately be thinking, what? Graveyard. Bowler Graveyard is the combo. Now, I have another deck that I'm going to show you guys in another video where I make really good use of the bowler. But this is not that. And it's not a bowler graveyard deck. But anyway, fortunately, our baby dragon's going to clean up the bowler, but not before he gets in a few hits. And with that split damage from our miner going off onto his right-hand tower, it's going to take a hit. And I don't really know what he was thinking here. It's just not a solid push. Now, our best counter, unfortunately, was poison. And that clearly wasn't enough. He's got an Inferno Tower to deal with our Giant, so we're just going to have to get in what swings we can with our Miner. Unfortunately, he does drop his Bowler in the back, which is pretty good defense for him. So, we're a minute 40 in or left, and things aren't looking too great. He's whittled away our left-hand tower so much so that I think he's getting a little cocky. Fortunately, he was smart enough to maybe try and push both sides. One of the problems with the graveyard deck is once you take one tower, the deck loses a lot of its strength because then you have two towers helping to defend. He does throw a fireball down, but it's just not enough to take out our musketeer, so he does have to zap it, but not before we get off a few shots. So it was a pretty good exchange. You can see we're close on Elixir, but he definitely has a lead in terms of tower damage. Now, we're pretty good split, but now's our opportunity to go for it. So we see the bowler in the back. We're just going to go hard. We're going to throw the Giant in his face. We're going to throw up our miner, and we're just going to start beating on the tower. Now, it is going to enable him to get off a pretty good push because now he's got his Mega Minion. He's got his bowler. But I'm going to poison all that because I don't really have a good way of dealing with that much damage. Now, I'm going to throw a Skeleton Army to defend in the back. He's going to zap that, which is a good play by him. But notice how it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, which is awesome. So his tower's down to 849. We were going to poison. We've got the Miner. We had the Baby Dragon. Musketeer's a really good counter to the Bowler until she dies. But we're going to get two. We're going to throw down our Skeleton Army, which was really just a terrible idea. I think we just wanted the pressure. He's going to fireball, dropping us down to 40 on that tower. So we're going to zap. We're going to throw up our miner and just hope he hits, and boom! And just like that, we eke out a victory over Smoke Showing. That was rough. So for our last battle, let's take a look at this matchup against Registar 360 from Night Owls, and he is a level 8, so I do want to keep that in mind. But let's take a look at his card levels. A level 6 Hog Rider and a Miner combo there. We're going to use an Inferno Tower on that, and we're going to poison his right hand tower because he countered our Miner with the Skeleton Army, and we don't want to let that army just come and swarm us. Plus, one of the tricks with this deck is when you have your poison, you almost always want to be able to use it on a tower. You want that chip damage. He's going to use a minion horde there to take out our Inferno Tower. Not sure why he did that. We're going to drop down our Skeleton Army to clean up that Lumberjack. So he's low on Elixir. I've got all these guys going. Let's go ahead and throw out our Miner. And there's a Baby Dragon. Now, it is only a level 3 Baby Dragon. And look how the Baby Dragon was targeting on the Miner, which let our little Doot get off a couple hits. Now, Baby Dragon by itself can do a little bit of damage, but it's even more dangerous when paired with another troop like he had coming, Baby Dragon Miner. So that's why I did use my Inferno Tower on it rather than waiting for his Hog. I have other cards that can deal with Hog. We've got our Musketeer, we've got Baby Dragon. Both of those can take out a Hog Rider pretty quickly. So ultimately, I feel like that was a good trade just because of the damage protection on the tower. So full Elixir, we're going to drop down a Giant in the back. And he's just going to sit and sit. I'm going to go ahead and split push since that's what we've been doing the whole game. And I don't know if he AFK'd. I don't know what happened. At this point, I start to realize what's going on. I'm like, oh, okay, he's not there. But you know what? We're going to take out every tower that he's got because we can. So we're going to leave that right-hand tower down to 13. We're going to zap it just for good measure. So Registar 360, you had a really good game. Man, I don't know what happened. You were doing really well. But that's going to be a 3-crown victory. And you know what? In this game, you take them when you can get them because you're going to lose them to random internet disconnects and lag and who knows what else. So anyway, this deck, guys, as you can see, I've been 10-1. It's really fun. Try it out. Let me know how it works in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.